what's up guys? It's your boy Ryan here, and this is actually a little different video than, actually I don't know where these are going to go, but these are going to be long, chunky, full of content videos where I basically just sit here and I talk to the camera and I help you guys learn skill sets that I believe will make you money using the internet and things of the sales and influence and persuasion, and basically things that are going to help make you money in the long run, whether or not you decide to build a business on the internet or build a personal brand or go work for somebody as a personal brand or just general high income skill sets that will pay you forever. So with that said, this is not going to be a short video, so if you have a short attention span, I suggest you click away now or save this video and come back and watch it when you feel like paying attention. With that said, if you have a short attention span, and you're probably not going to make it in business and in entrepreneurship and in life anyways, so yeah, go ahead and kick rocks. So I didn't realize this until after I finished filming it, but I've gone ahead and put a link to download the PDF of the notes that I was reading throughout this presentation. So if you want those, go ahead and grab those and you can kind of follow along. Or just take out a pen and paper, old school style, or your phone and your notepad and take notes, because that's what smart people do. Peace. If you're still watching this, then you're the person I'm talking to. You want something better for yourself. You want to build a business. You want to build a brand. You want to make a great deal of money, whether that's millions of dollars, or whether that's just to quit your day job or quit your part-time job or just live life on your terms. I can help you do that. That's what I've been good at. I have not had a regular job in probably over 7 or 8 years. I actually don't know, it's been so long. I've been making my money through the internet ever since. With that said, this is going to be your battle plan for 2019. If you want to build a business through the internet, this video right now is what you need to follow. This is not some bullshit. This is not some like watered down thing that's going to give you a little bit of it but not tell you all of it. This is going to give you a plan. Now, let's get started. So first thing is I've done is I've broken it. So I got notes here. I got a lot of notes here. A lot of things I want to cover here. And with that said, the first thing first starts with mindset. Okay, to make money online in 2019, you need a specific type of mindset. And that mindset, a lot of people don't actually have it. If you're trying to get rich quick, or you're trying to make it, you know, a fast buck using the internet because you read online that it's cool and it's what people are doing, and people are driving in Ferraris on the cliffs of St. Bart's and they're flying in their private jets with their helicopters and landing on yachts. Yeah, that shit's real. People do that, but majority of people that work on the internet do not do that. They actually have real businesses and they're working their ass off, and they're sitting somewhere like their living room filming content for guys like yourself or girls like yourself to utilize. This is a real business. It's not a fucking joke. Okay? If you want to work online, you have to be an entrepreneur. You have to build a real business. That may require employees. That may require saving money. That may require paying yourself last. That may require sacrificing things to move forward. If you do not have this type of mindset, then building your business or your brand online is not a good idea. Nothing I have ever gotten through the internet, nothing my friends have ever gotten through the internet have happened quickly or easily. Yes, money on the internet does come very fast when you put a lot of things in place and that moment arrives and you make money fast. That's where you hear about the overnight successes and things of that nature. So you can't play the short game. You must play the long game. What you're doing now is establishing yourself for the future. So whether you're starting from 0 today or 100,000 today, you are playing the long game. You are not in this for short-term money. If you are, then I can't help you. Now, that's the first part of mindset. Second part being is you have to be willing to fail fast and fail forward. Okay, this is a philosophy I have developed, and it's basically be okay with making mistakes and be okay with making a lot of mistakes, because you're not going to get everything right. And you're not going to know everything when you start, but you need to try things. You need to try a lot of things. You need to put effort forward. You need to constantly be trying new things to keep moving forward and keep getting your feet wet in different areas, testing things here, doing things there, and that requires mistakes. Be okay with mistakes. Mistakes are not failures. Mistakes are you learning. They are a process. You're going to make a fuck ton of mistakes in this game. I have, all my friends that make a lot of money online have, most all true entrepreneurs and businessmen make a lot of mistakes, but it's how you react to those mistakes that make you who you are from that point forward. So do you dwell on these mistakes and get all upset and, oh my God, I lost money, or somebody so-and-so hates me? Or do you move forward and you say, fuck this, man, I can't believe I did that. All right, what did I learn from this? I'm not gonna make that mistake again. That is a mindset. That is a shift that you need to make. If you can't make that, kick rocks. You're not gonna make money online. All right, third part of mindset is don't quit your current job. Now, holy shit, Ryan, did you just tell me to not quit my job? In fact, I'm actually telling you that if you don't have a job right now, go get a fucking job so you can pay to build your online business. Because from a mindset standpoint, you need to invest in your online business. This has real tangible costs involved. You may need to acquire products to get skills. You may need to get employees or people to help you do things that you don't know how to do. Or you need to pay somebody to teach you how to do things that you don't know how to do. This requires money. If you have no job, you have no money. Okay, unless you're one of those fortunate few that has a nice trust fund they're sitting on, cool, good for you. I didn't have that. I quit a lot of jobs early on because I thought that I was gonna get this internet dream fast, and well, I ended up getting more jobs. And if you do have to go get a job, I recommend you get a job that pays the most with least amount of responsibilities, or a job that allows you to acquire skill sets that will help you get better when you make money online or make money selling through a camera. Sales are good skills, marketing is good skills. If you can get a digital marketing job at some agency where you can be around things and you can immerse yourself in this world, do it. But build your shit on the side. Don't just fall into the career path because you have a job. It's okay in this world to have a job, okay? Because like I said, you're gonna need to pay for shit. You're gonna have to pay for a lot of shit. Online businesses, be done to what most people think, are actually quite expensive. There are costs that most people don't see. Website hosting, domain names, courses, products, landing page designs, graphics, consulting, products, all these things that you may need to invest in to move your business forward. So you need money to do that. So don't quit your job yet. That is a mindset thing. But don't look at the job as a limiting belief. Look at the job as you doing or acquiring a skill set to move you forward. This is where people fuck up. They're like, I can't work a job. I'm so much better than a job. Well, you may be better than some jobs, but fact is you're not better than not having any fucking money. So you need to have some money. So whatever that is, whatever your way of getting money is, you need to do it, so don't quit that. Until you have raised your online income to the point where it's equal to or matching that, in my opinion, I would keep it until you've like doubled that, so you always have the cushion. Because also, what most people don't talk about is when you have a job or you're operating from not being a scarcity mindset, meaning that you're not broke and everything you're doing you have to do to make money, you can produce a lot better content. When I am not broke, or when my money is good, when my finances are right, my content is fire. When I'm trying to come out of a place of scarcity, and I've done this a lot many times in the past, trying to pay bills or pay debts off or fix things that I've fucked up, yes, my content was good and my products were good, but they weren't coming from a place of abundance. They were coming from a place of scarcity. You can do a lot of this. There's a lot of psychology behind it. It's just a fact. So that is the mindset aspect. Now, I hope that was helpful, okay? Drop me a comment or shoot me a message, a DM on Instagram, and let me know if that mindset part was helpful. But we are not done. We are coming up on around 10 minutes right now, and I'm going to keep this going because this is said it's going to be a long video. So now we're going to move on to part number 2, which is strategy. How are you going to build this business? Like, how will you make money? Okay, because some of you guys don't have any fucking clue about how you'll make money. You just want to make money online. So now let's talk about strategy. All right, so we're talking about strategy, which is kind of what I would consider ways that you can make money online. And if you're struggling with this and you don't know which path you want to take, I do believe that this will truly help you. And if I glance down, it's because I'm looking at my notes, because I don't want to film this video more than once because, like I said, it's getting pretty long. So, strategies to make money online. There's a few different ways you can do it. Number one being, and this is kind of where I would suggest a lot of people start, and that is a skills-based entrepreneur. And what that means is you acquire specific skill sets and you master that or those skill sets, but you always have to start with one. You hear a lot about this. Mentors like Dan Lok, Jason Capital, myself included, we all have our skills. Dan Lok teaches high ticket closing, which is sales skills. Jason Capital teaches copywriting, email income, which is words that sell. I myself personally teach content creation, and there's also lead generation. There's also, I mean, hell, even graphic design or web design or landing page design or funnel design or funnel construction. All of these are skill sets. Now, at the end of the day, if you want to make money online, do stuff like I do, like a lot of the guys that you see, you're going to have all of these skill sets. But the beauty of the internet and where you could be right now in 2019 is you can get paid to help guys like myself do these individual specific skills. So you can create a good living for yourself, or technically a job, because you most likely will be working for somebody. They will be your boss, so you will not be a 100% be your own boss type of person. You will still have a job, but you will have a job that's more or less based a lot on your terms. There's no set hours for the most part. It's not location dependent. You can do it from wherever you want. That's a pretty good life to that's a pretty good life to live if you are currently working in a cubicle or retail or some bar or whatever it is you're doing right now. I apologize for coughing, but I have been fighting off a cold. So skills-based entrepreneurship, and again, like I said, most of these, to acquire these skills, you have to invest in these skills. Now, you don't have to buy products. 99% of what you're going to learn, what you're going to learn from the people that you follow is stuff that is out there on the internet for free. But you're paying for speed, and you're paying for access, and you're paying for time. So when you invest in somebody who's teaching something, like myself, who teaches content creation, Dan Lok, Jason Capital, Bedros Keuilian, all of the bigger internet marketing guys, we are saving you time because we have condensed everything into a course or a training. We are putting it into your brain, and we are doing that very quickly. Okay, so if you can't afford it, don't go into massive debt trying to acquire it, but know that we can save you a lot of time. That's just me being facts, me saying the truth, because, you know, a lot of the stuff that I figured out and what I do now, there were no courses for it when I started. I had to figure that shit out. I had to fail forward, like I was talking about in the mindset. Now, fortunately, if I want to learn copyright, there's a course for that. If I want to learn content creation, there's a course for that. If I want to learn public speaking, there's a course for that. You can learn anything, okay? Not saying everybody's is really good. That's, again, making mistakes. You might make some financial mistakes and buy some bad courses. Move on, learn from it. Chances are there's something you could learn, maybe learn from the marketing in which that person sold it to you that made you want to buy it. But the point is, fail forward. Learn from your mistakes. With that said, I think that if you're starting right now and you start acquiring skill sets and implementing those skill sets, you will be far better ahead and you will be moving forward on your path to making money online. So that's what I truly believe is the best path for anybody in 2019 who's just starting out online. Acquire one specific skill set, master that skill set, and then start acquiring more skill sets. Don't acquire a bunch and then do nothing, because information paralysis is a real thing. You want to acquire this knowledge and implement this knowledge. I hope that was helpful. So that's number one, that's strategy. Acquire a skill, master it, and get paid to do it. Number two is you could be a influencer. Now, like I just said, you're still going to have to acquire these skills because you will need all of them if you want to be a successful influencer. But you could take your knowledge or expertise and start making content about it and start putting your information out there, start attracting the right people, start learning your demographics, learning your target audience, making YouTube videos, posting on Instagram, making Twitters, making digital courses, making products, doing all these things, and you can make money because people invest in your courses. This is a lot. This is how, up until this point, I have been making roughly 95% of all of my revenue. Is I have built a personal brand. People like yourself follow me. They may like you guys may like my stuff. You want to learn more. Excuse me again. So you invest in my courses. This is what's called being an influencer. You are influencing people's buying decisions. Chances are you're influencing them into buying your own stuff because You will not be a true entrepreneur unless you have your own products, your own customers, your own services, things that you provide, not an affiliate. An affiliate is where you make commission on selling other people's products. I don't recommend that. I got started doing that a long time ago, and I don't think that's the best path for anybody right now. I truly believe that a personal brand slash influencer is the future, and even if you are a skills-based entrepreneur, you should be building your personal brand. You should, and I'm going to talk about this more in a second, but they all work hand in hand. Now, so number one, skills-based entrepreneur. Number two, influencer. See, if you learn skills, then you become an influencer. Kind of works together in harmony. Next up is number three, is a strategy. Once you've mastered a lot of skills, once you have become somewhat of an influencer and you've built up a following, you're helping people, you have some customers, you're doing good things, you're practicing what you preach, then you can go to the next step, which is to become an agency. Now, this is a great place to be. I personally am a content agency. I have taken my skill of content production, I have packaged it up, and now I sell it and help other people produce content. There are lead generation agencies, email income agencies, copywriting agencies. Generally speaking, the people running these have done it themselves. Don't try to become an agency if you've never actually built something or done what you're teaching. I believe that 2019 is a time when everybody is going to, all the fakes are going to be drawn out, and you must actually live what you preach. If you don't live what you preach, then you're going to be in a world of hurt, because the internet is very transparent now. And if you're not posting every day on the social networks like of Instagram, you are going to be left behind. So people need to see your day-to-day life. They need to see what you're about, what you're doing. And if you're actually doing what you preach or practicing what you preach, you will gain trust, you will build influence. So I put agency number three because I think that agency, you could go from skill sets to agency, but at the end of the day, eventually you're going to need to create your personal brand slash influencer status, and they all kind of work hand in hand. So skill sets, personal brand, influencer, agency. And last but not least is number four, which is you just have an idea for a product and you want to sell that product online. There's a lot of people that have achieved very rapid success with this. This kind of takes a lot of marketing, usually some an infrastructure to run ads. You need to have some capital to spend to test product design, to test products. I personally have never done this successfully, nor have I really tried to manufacture a product and sell a product online. But it is a viable strategy. I know a lot of people that do it. Companies like Dollar Shave Club, Grooming Lounge, a lot of shoe companies, Nike, Adidas, Thursday Boots, Movement Watches. They developed products and they built a brand around the product. Now, I think that this is not, although this is a good strategy, I don't know that this is the best strategy moving forward, because you need to also wrap the personal brand aspect around the product. And you should be building a personal brand with a product. So whether you're the owner or somebody that works for the company, however you want to do it, if you're manufacturing a product, there should be a face attached to it, because that's the era that we are living in. People want to know who they're buying from. So just to recap, skill sets, number one. Number two, influencer slash personal brand. Number three, agency. Number four, specific product or brand based around a product. Those are strategies to make money online. There's actually quite a few more, but in my opinion, those are the ones you should focus on. There's also affiliate marketing, there's lead gen, there's a lot of ways to make money online. But in my opinion, if you're trying to build a sustainable business, that right there is the way to go. So next up, we are going to move on to what specific skill sets you need to develop to do all of these things. Alright, so right now we're going to be talking about what skill sets you need to be a successful influencer slash personal brand. Because like I said, I believe everybody needs to be building their personal brand. So without further ado, here's number one. You need to be very good at creating content. That includes all types of content. Video content, picture content, written content. You need to be very good at all of it. Specifically video content. You need to know how to film and edit videos, because in probably 2020, 2021, the internet is like 99% video. Yes, images and visuals as far as pictures will still be vitally important, but for the most part, you're going to see a shit ton of more video, which is pretty crazy considering the internet is like all video right now. So you need to get good at content creation. Video, pictures, written word, persuasive writing, infographics. Get good at creating visual content. Specifically video content, which also means you have to get good at speaking on video, and the only way that that can happen is with practice. So you need to practice talking to the camera. You need to start creating content where you're always talking to a camera and get very good at it. It's a little different than public speaking. It's not as scary, but public speaking is also a thing you're going to need to do if you want to really become a successful influencer. So first things first, get good at creating a lot of content and creating that content rapidly, very fast. Shameless plug, I help a lot of people do this. If you're watching this on Instagram, shoot me a DM. If you're watching this on YouTube, go ahead and follow me on Instagram, and if you like my stuff, shoot me a DM and we can talk. With that said, moving on. Number 2, you need to be able to make landing pages. Basic web skill sets. Now, fortunately for you, you do not have to learn HTML coding like I did back in the day, but you still need to get good at making landing pages. This is something that most people don't know how to do, but when you do learn how to do this, you will save yourself a lot of money. Services like ClickFunnels and Leadpages make building funnels very, very easy. Yes, there's a monetary investment into those per month, but one that I think that you will find very worth your while. So number 1, content creation rapidly. Number 2, making basic landing pages. And the reason I say landing pages, because I don't believe you need a website anymore as an influencer. Sorry, again, like I said, I've been fighting a cold. You just need to be able to create landing pages, simple basic websites to capture names and emails, put a payment button, embed a video, write a little bit of text. You need just basic page design. So that is landing pages. Some ones that I like, Leadpages and ClickFunnels are 2. I personally really like Leadpages. It's a lot simpler than ClickFunnels, but a lot of people make a lot of money on ClickFunnels. That is your choice. Leadpages is a little bit cheaper. ClickFunnels is more expensive. The third skill that you will need to be successful as an influencer is running paid traffic. You need to learn ads, specifically content-based ads. Right now in 2019, they are working really well. This may change in the future, but you need to be able to promote and put your content in front of people that may or may not want to see you and that might resonate with you and can possibly eventually maybe buy stuff from you. I prefer to do this with video content, but content-based advertising is going to be a huge trend you will see in 2019, 2020. Because a lot of your direct response advertising and things that worked in the past are becoming a little less effective. Now, that doesn't mean that direct response marketing principles are less effective. It's just the forms of advertising that has been popular to this point are slowly not becoming as effective, which breeds new types of advertising, which is what you'll see with content marketing and retargeting. I will save that for another video, but you need to be able to get good at content advertising, which again is a skill set you need to learn. Number 4 is networking. To be successful as an influencer, you need to be friends with a lot more influencers. That's just the way it works. When you become friends with other influencers, they shout you out, you shout them out, it becomes a mutual thing. You become friends, you're friends with like-minded people, and everybody wins in the end because everybody shouts each other out. This is a fact. You cannot get around it. So I always encourage people to start locally, start positioning yourself locally as a skill set expert, local influencer, whatever the path of the strategy that you decide is your best fit, that is what you do. So you position yourself locally as an expert in that field. This will help you and this will put you into a higher category so you can start networking with other influencers in your area. Start first, then go global. It's easier to build a local following than it is to build a global following, but generally speaking, when you have a local following, you can build a global following. Yes, you can build a global, then go local, but I would start local first. It's easier, in my opinion. So that's that. So that's number one. Skills for influencer: crew rapidly produce content, make landing pages, learn content advertising, and networking. Number 5, you need to pick your platform. Okay, a lot of people fuck this up. They try to be everywhere at once. You can't be. So whichever platform you feel you can be your strongest, whether that be YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, doesn't matter. Pick one and go all in for at least a year. Yes, it's a risk. Yes, some people might say that you're putting all of your eggs in one basket, but I can assure you that it will pay off in the end. I personally right now am putting all my eggs in the Instagram basket because I think Instagram is hot. I don't think it's going away. There's a lot of good money behind it as far as Zuckerberg and Facebook, and it's still in its infancy. It's a good platform to put all your eggs in. Now that doesn't mean you should neglect everything. I constantly think you should be pulling people off the platform, pulling customers' emails, and doing all these things so you can kind of control the narrative and control your platform. But all these things come when you have some traction and you've been doing it for a while, but you have to get that traction first. If you're trying to put your content everywhere, you're not going to get enough traction. So one platform, focus on it for 1 year. I know that is hard, but that is called discipline. And last but not least is you need to create online courses. This is a skill set. How do you package your information from your head and put it online so somebody can consume it, like yourself watching this video? And not only do they consume it, but they actually get something from it. That is a skill set you need to develop as an influencer. There's certain ways you can set up your products so that it gets retained so people can keep watching, but that is a real and true skill set you need as an influencer. So let's just recap. Rapidly create content fast, audio, visual, written, everything. You need to be really good at it. If you need help, I can do that for you. Number 2, making basic landing pages and simple websites using things like ClickFunnels and lead pages. That is a necessity. You will not make any money if you don't do that. Number 3, get good at content-based advertising. Start putting some skin in the game, running some ads, get used to it, see how it works. See why I said you still need a job if you're doing this, if you're just starting out, because you need to invest. Number 4, networking. Go locally, go globally, go to events, invest in courses, get masterminds, meet people, build out your inner circle, because that is how you grow. Pick one platform, focus on it for 1 year, and last but not least, create digital courses or put your knowledge into a digital format so people can consume it. These are all the skills you need to learn to be a successful influencer. Now, there's probably a lot of other ones in there, but all of those, if you become a skills-based entrepreneur and you kind of start developing these skills, everything will kind of work itself out. You see what I'm saying? Everything kind of builds upon each other. If you try to skip steps, you're only skipping yourself and the success you can have in the future. So that is skill sets for influencers. Let's go on and talk about skill sets to run a successful agency business. All right, so now we're going to talk about the skill sets for an agency, and these are pretty similar to what you need to be a successful influencer. Some are a little different because you need team management skills and outsourcing skills, but the biggest thing to being a successful agency is you actually know how to run an agency. You actually know how to do what it is you're teaching. That is important because there are a lot of things that you can't teach in a course. Real world experience trumps a course any day of the week. If you can get mentored by somebody running an agency, that is a good start if you want to streamline the process. But there are things that you need to learn that most people don't teach, because a lot of people selling courses on how to run agencies don't actually run agencies. So like I said before, I myself run a content agency. I manage a lot of local businesses' daily content production, so I know a lot of the ins and outs of running an agency. By no means do I think I'm a professional at it. I've only been running my agency now for 6 to 8 months. But I learned a lot very quickly. But one thing that has served me amazing from day one is that I know my skill set in and out. I am a master of my craft. So I can portray this skill set, I can outsource it, I can build a team to replicate myself. And that's one thing you need to learn when you're building an agency. You need to replicate yourself and put your skill sets into other people, or hire people that are a little bit better skilled at certain things than you are, but you need to train them to do it your way because it's your style. You're unique to your agency. My style of content is different than everybody else's style of content. I do things differently. I teach things differently. I show things differently. That's my style. When I outsource and when I hire employees, I need to make sure that they understand my style and they can get it, so I need to train them. So, with that said, I got a little tangent there, but let's talk about skill sets you need for an agency. Okay, number one, making content. Again, you need to be really good at rapidly producing content, videos, pictures, written word, because all of your clients are going to want you to produce content for them. They don't really know what they need when you start working with them. Generally speaking, they just want an ROI and they want content. And when I say content, they know they need to post a picture of their Instagram or post a picture of their Facebook every single day without fail. They want somebody to do that for them because they don't know what to post. So if you can do that for them, you will get your foot in the door. Is the content production aspect a higher end? Like, are you gonna get $10,000 a month just to run content for a company? You may get lucky and do that, but chances are you won't. The average you can get is anywhere from $500 to $1,500 a month to produce roughly 30 pieces of unique content a month for local businesses. And that's a mixture of pictures and videos, could be all pictures, but that is the general going rate. I know because I fucking do this, okay? And I have a lot of clout when I go into businesses, so I can generally charge on the higher end. If you're new and starting out, you may not have that. So, number one, rapidly produce all types of content. If you don't know how to do that, start making content, start practicing, start learning. Invest in one of my courses to teach you. Cut the time frame. If you can't afford it, then just keep learning using YouTube, trial and error. But I would urge you to come buy my shit when you can afford it because it's fucking good. Now, number one, make content rapidly. Number two, make landing pages, high converting websites, because local businesses need that stuff too. People need to generate an ROI. They need to create leads. They need to make money from those leads. So you need to know how to make websites. Once you know how to make landing pages that convert, you can also find somebody to do it for you. Excuse me, you can help them. You can tell them how you like your websites to look. You can put your ideas into it. Generally speaking though, you need to know how to do it yourself. Yes, at the end of the day, you're probably, if you're running a successful agency, you're not creating landing pages. Somebody else is doing that for you, but you still should know how to do it. So number one, content. Number two, landing page. Number three, Facebook ads of all types, because local businesses and things of that nature, they want an ROI. So you need to show them how they can make money. You may start as a content agency, but then start managing their social media, and then start running boosted post ads, and you start running some content ads, and you're doing retargeting. Point is though, you need to know how to run Facebook ads or Instagram ads, which I think Instagram ads are the future, but they're run through Facebook. So you need to know how to run ads. Number four, you need to learn how to write persuasively. You need to write good copy. You need to speak good copy. You need to sell yourself. You need to sell your services. You need to write stuff that will sell things for the local businesses. This is vitally important. Persuasive writing and creative writing and sales copy, in my opinion, all go hand in hand, but you need to know how to write and speak copy. Copywriting is a skill. It is one that is very lucrative when you learn it, and there's a lot of great courses and things to help you do it, but a lot of it comes with trial and error. You will learn as you fail forward. Remember, mentors and coaches and things of that nature, they just shortcut the time. Okay, so make content, landing pages, ads, writing and sales copy. And the next up is learning how to close clients. This is another very valuable skill set. You need to be able to not only provide good services, but you need to sell these services. So you may need to be running ads for yourself. You may need to be getting on the phone and closing clients. You may be talking to clients in person. You need to close them face to face. Point is, you need to know how to close and you need to know how to sell. Lots of books can help you do this. Dan Lok has an amazing course to teach you how to do it as well. I personally have not been through Dan Lok's course, so I don't know all the ins and outs, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. But there's tons of books on selling, and selling has been around since the first book was written. So, do you need a very expensive course to learn how to sell? No. Will it cut your time frame? Yes. So, with that said, let's keep moving. Make content, landing pages, Facebook ads, copy, selling, and last but not least, you also need to build your personal brand. You need to be building your brand to showcase your skill sets to potential clients. So again, remember I said that everybody kind of needs to be a personal brand and an influencer. If you want to run a successful agency, who are they going to look to see if you are credible? They are going to look at you. They are going to look at your content. They are going to look at your work, which should be displayed on your social media, so you are the face of the agency. So that's going to wrap up. That's the skill sets that you need for an agency. We have covered a lot so far. Coming up next, I'm going to talk to you guys about implementation. How do we actually put all this together so you can start making money starting today? I'll be back in a second. So let's talk implementation. So you just learned about the mindset you needed, the skill sets you need, the strategies you should be using, and the skill sets needed to specifically implement on each strategy. Now, I didn't touch much on the product and brand because it's all kind of the same. As you're getting the gist, you should kind of see that you need all the skill sets. They all kind of feed into each other no matter which area of expertise you are going into. But I wanted to give you some tangible implementation tips that you can do today. So if you're sitting at home and you're watching this and you're like, Rod, I want to make money, what do I do? Number one is choose a skill set that you think you can learn the fastest. My personal choice would be content creation, because as you've noticed, content creation comes up in a lot of things that you will need in the future. So get good at making videos and posting, editing photos and taking photos and making graphics and doing all the things that is visual content that make people pay attention. You can start doing this with your own personal Instagram account and start making a personal brand for yourself. I personally think that this is the #1 high income skill, because at the end of the day, when it comes to why you follow people online, you follow them because they create a lot of content. Always keep that in mind. Next up, maybe if you don't want to get on video, if you're not into making content, learn sales copy or closing or how to run Facebook ads. Just pick a skill and master it. That is step #1. If you can afford, if you have a good job right now and you're saving some money and you want to invest, pick a good mentor. Pick somebody who has a course that you think will fit your, that you believe in, that you like the mentor, you believe in what they stand for, and purchase their course, but actually go through it and actually implement it. Don't buy somebody's course and not use it. Don't be that guy or that girl. It happens all the time. Implement the courses. So choose a skill and start going to work. Master that skill. Next up, so first off, learn how to edit content around the skill set that you're doing. So those will kind of work together, so you kind of know what to post, because you're learning a skill set and you're practicing a skill set and you're learning content. I think that those two go hand in hand together. So that's 1 and 2. Start studying copywriting and practicing persuasive writing. You can do these with your Instagram captions every single day. You can start writing every day. Okay? Sales copy is like a muscle. It gets stronger the more you do it. It's same thing with video. Start practicing video, because the stronger you get at speaking, the more you speak copy, the more engaging you are, the more confident you are on camera. It's a skill. You can learn it. You get better. I didn't start out with I'm filming this video in pretty much one take. I couldn't do that a year ago, or I couldn't do that 2 years ago. It's a muscle. I've developed it. I've worked it out. I know that I can talk. I'm confident in my information. I'm an expert in my field. I can do videos like this. You need to be able to do that. You need to be able to write long chunks of text. You need to be able to convince people to buy things. No matter which way you go, whether you're selling yourself, you're selling your product, you're selling somebody else's product, or you're selling your agency services, or you're selling clients services, you need to know how to write words that sell. So learn content, master your skill set, start studying copywriting. Sorry, I froze up there. Next up, learn to run ads. Start putting some skin in the game. I suggest you learn on yourself. Start running ads to grow your following. Start running ads to sell your own services. Start running ads to sell your agency or your email marketing services. The point is, put some skin in the game and get used to spending money on ads to sell yourself, and then you can do it for other people. Get good at it, but use yourself. You are the guinea pig. Trial and error on you, okay? I didn't learn all these skill sets by investing it on somebody else. I invested in myself. That's why I can do a lot of things I can do. And lastly, post daily content starting today. I talk about this. If you need help with this, I have a really nice content calendar that is included in some of my courses. You can go ahead and shoot me a DM on Instagram and ask me about it. I'll see if you're a fit for one of my programs. But I have content calendars. Create a content calendar, stick to it, post every single day. I suggest right now you start with Instagram. If that means once a week to YouTube, where these videos like I'm doing right now, these long videos, it might be a podcast as well, whatever, but point is you need to start rapidly producing content for yourself. So those are the implementation steps. I believe you can do that. I know you can do that. Now, it's just a matter of you getting started, which I hope you can. And then one more last section here, and I just want to touch on this, is equipment, okay? Now, a lot of people are going to get messed up on equipment. They're going to be like, oh my God, Ryan, what do I use? How do I do this? Well, let me make it easy for you. You need a laptop. Generally speaking, it needs to be high powered, okay? I'm a big fan of Mac. One good Mac computer will last you at least 4 to 5 years. It's a good investment, in my opinion, and it has a resale value. If you can't afford a Mac to start, use what you got. But you're gonna have to be able to produce content. It's gonna be able to need to edit video. It's gonna need to make websites. It needs to be a high-powered machine. You can't really do it with a phone. You can build a personal brand, you can post content, you can make stuff with a phone. But when it comes to actually selling some shit, you need a little bit more than that, in my experience. The way things are going, we might not in the future, but right now, you need a good laptop. Number two, I suggest you get a good camera, okay, and a lens that makes you look pretty. I'm a big fan of the Sony a6500, and the lens that this is on is a Sigma 16mm. I also have a ring light and good audio. I got a microphone on top of my camera, but you can start with your phone. Point is, you need to get a camera to film and produce some content. Number one, it makes you look more professional when you go to businesses. And number two, there is a general feel of quality when something is happening through a device that is intended for a specific task. Your iPhone is very powerful depending on which model you have, and you can get away with doing a lot with it. And I don't want to see you stop doing something because you can't afford it. So start with your phone if you have to. Start creating content with your phone. Start writing in your notes. Whatever it takes, just get fucking started. Because now is the fucking most amazing time in the world to do stuff like this. Next up, you need an editing software. Whether you just want to start with photos first, you need to learn Photoshop and Lightroom. If you want to do videos, my favorite video editing software is ScreenFlow, which is for a Mac. Camtasia is the same thing for PC. That is a very simple and easy to understand video editing platform. I teach it in a lot of my courses, but you need to start learning how to edit content. That's just the gist. You need to do that. And lastly, learn how to start making landing pages. I suggest that everybody starts with lead pages. It's one of my personal favorites. Once you learn lead pages, you can generally learn ClickFunnels. But if you want to jump right to ClickFunnels, you can. Your call. But this is how you implement what I just talked about. So, long video today. If you guys enjoyed this, go ahead and hit the like button. If you want to share a screenshot of this and post it to your Instagram story, link people back to it, share it, I would love that. This took a long time, a lot of planning. I hope that you got a lot out of it, and if you did, just let me know. My Instagram is linked below this video. Yeah, I'm not gonna sit here and beg for you to do things you don't wanna do, so that's gonna end this video. If you enjoyed it, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Instagram, and I will see you next week.